See you guys. Where's the other one? Oh, where are you? Ah! Hey there, Tater Tots! Welcome back to another episode of Tater's World. Let's see if we can land it right here on the nether roof. I came up here just to hit the experience farm, the gold farm, just a little bit because I needed to repair my tools. I've been using my axe quite a bit. So before we get started here, and as I walk backwards and try not to run into anything, I wanted to take a special moment. I was thinking maybe we'd shake things up, take a little bit of artistic liberties at the beginning of this episode. So you know that I do the comment of the week at the end of the episode, and I think one of them we actually did it at the beginning. But I wanted to do a special thank you to someone who has been very helpful and very supportive in our Discord server. Doesn't necessarily comment a lot, but does a lot of retweeting on social media whenever I tweet on there, and also is very active in the Discord, and that is Scout Bluebell. So thank you so very much for all of your support, Scout Bluebell. You mean an awful lot to me, and I just wanted to say thank you. Now, goodness, excuse me, gentlemen, excuse me. I'm going to hit one of you. I know I will. Okay, good. Oh, whew. That was no, I didn't invite you out. Okay. See you guys. Where's the other one? Oh, where are you? Ah! Gotcha. So I wanted to show you after I get done massacring these guys, I wanted to show you a little bit about what I've been doing between episodes here. So let's come up here. Yep, this way. And I have been doing quite a bit when it comes to the villagers. Let's go over here to the library. And in the library, you can probably hear them already. Ow. Was it rude? So let's get in here. You can see I've got a ton of librarians in here. Not as many as I want, but certainly quite a bit. So there you see we have a protection 4 for 1 emerald. Come over here, we've got Depth Strider for 1 emerald. We've got our Mending, we've got Unbreaking, Silk Touch, and this one has Feather Falling and Name Tag. The reason I have that is because I had to heal him so much to get down from 51 for the Feather Falling 4 that the name tags are actually usually at 1. I'm not really sure what's happening here. Probably because I have been trading with these guys quite a bit. Buddy and I interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you the question of the day. The question of the day for this episode is, what has 1 head, 1 foot, and 4 legs? If you think you know the answer to this question, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I do love reading them. And then if we come over here to the training facility, you can see, and I'll put it on the screen here in a second, I was trying to figure out all sorts... Oh, really? I was trying to figure out all sorts of little things that we could do to make this more efficient. You can see I added glass here, so that way, and half slabs that I actually have to duck under in order to get up to our viewing platform, and that's so that this guy, man, that looks weird. This zombie doesn't see me and doesn't try to track towards me when he really should be attacking the villagers. Another thing I did is I started out with boats, and I had a ton of boats. There's still one over there that I was using for the villagers, and it was a pain because what would end up happening is the zombie would get in the boat with the villagers, and it just wasn't working out too well. So I did this instead, and I really like how it turned out. So underneath each of these is a powered rail. And because I have these switches here, I can determine which one it's going to stop at. And then they can just stay in their minecart while I release this guy, let him do his business, and then I trap him again. It's really easy, really easy. You'll also see that right here in between each of them, I have the different stations, workstations that I can use to train them and turn them into whatever kind of villager that I want. That has turned out extremely well. And then also, when I want to get rid of these guys, I've got a rail that I can switch here that will push them off in that direction where I've got a little bit of a catcher on the outside. Let's take a look at that real quick. Never mind, it's nighttime. So instead of going out there, I wanted to kind of show you what we have here. So the Fletchers are some of the best villagers when you want to stockpile emeralds. And that's because you can get them down to 1 stick per emerald. So that's very, very, very convenient. So I've got 3 of these guys, and then I've got 1 more villager here that has Sweeping Edge 3. Figured I'd add him over there to the library as soon as we get the chance. Let me see if I can sleep. Nice, nice. I didn't think I'd be able to. And then we'll go over and I'll show you our little villager catcher on the outside. And you'll be able to see right away, yeah, by the ugly dirt, that I had it set up so that they could go into the library as we're filling it up. And I'll be able to change this kind of manually each time. It should be kind of a temporary thing, right? Because once we get the villagers that we want, we're not going to need any of this kind of dirt scaffolding blocking wall thing anymore. So that'll be really nice. But yeah, this is as soon as I push them through there, they'll come up here and then I can do whatever I want with them. But Tater! Yes, Timmy? You have the library for the librarians, but what are you going to do with all those Fletchers? Well, I'm glad you asked that, Timmy. Our next thing, I think you're going to be very excited about. I told you guys before that, we were going to be calling this Main Street, right? This is the main street that goes around our base, since apparently the base is extending above ground now. So I was thinking, especially when we start to work on more of these villagers, we need to have, and listen to me here, Market on Main Street. TM. And for this market, I see stores and buildings, kind of like the library, maybe not as big, but especially market stalls. So I think we could actually put those Fletchers in the very first market stall, somewhere probably over here. And I did a little bit of designing and creative. I'm really excited to see this. So here's a really quick time lapse. Oh, hi. How are you? I didn't even see you there. Oh, me? I'm just making a ton of emeralds by trading sticks. That's right. You heard it. Sticks with these guys. I have a feeling these guys are going to be some of my best friends, even though they turn their back on me all the time. So our next project takes us back over to the stables. So we're coming over here and Carl, I didn't mean that when I was talking. You're still one of my best friends. Okay, fine. You're my first friend. You're my first friend. You're my first friend. Spuddy came after you, and then those guys. Who remembers those guys? What I had in mind actually is so we've got Carl over there, and I'm sure Carl's going to have a lot of friends very soon. But we're going to need a way to measure their effectiveness. Let's just say effectiveness. We've already got an area where we can see how high they jump, but what we need is something to see how fast they are. So I was thinking this area right here would be perfect. And I have seen a couple of tutorials online on YouTube to build a machine that does this. And I think B-Dubs or B000100 does this quite often as well. So I plan on probably from like here to here setting up such a contraption. And I think that'll work really well. I hope it'll work really well. But what I'm going to do is instead of walking you through the block by block tutorial, not really a tutorial on how I'm building it with redstone, because I know you guys love that, I think I'm just going to build it and then I'll get right back with you to explain it. So here we go. Okay, we're just about done, but there was one component of this contraption that I did forget, and that was string. So I'm pretty sure that we have some over here in our industrial area. Man, it's been a while since I've been over here. I mean, I come over here every once in a while for iron, but that's about it. And spider eyes. So let's see, where did I put string? Perfect. I only need 2. 1, 2. Good. Now, this is always tricky because of the glass texture to figure out where that hole is for us to leave. So the cool thing for anybody who hasn't seen this area before, I don't need to use any rockets basically to get back to our area. So it's loading in here. Man, this is starting to look really, really, really good. I love this place. So if we come over here, let's put the string, where should we put it first? Let's put it here. Boom. And then another one here. Okay, I think we're ready to test this thing out. So I don't want to trigger it. Let me explain it first. Okay, so basically when we go over this string right here, we trigger it as we're running. It's going to turn on this dispenser that has 64 sticks in it. And that's going to go into this hopper, into this chest. And when we go over this string, it is going to deactivate this whole contraption, which basically means that it'll stop shooting sticks. So however many sticks are in this chest, by the time we're finished, that's how we're measuring how fast the horse is. So let me see if I can... Actually, it's okay if I hit this one. Nothing's going to happen. Okay, let's go get Carl and see how fast of a horse he is.
And we've got Carl at the gates, obviously rearing to go. Carl is a thoroughbred stallion, approximately 1 month of age, with black and white features. He's piloted today by veteran jockey Tater Vader 5. And they're off. We've got Carl in first place, rounding the north curve. Carl into the straightaway, maintaining his lead. Now it's Carl on the final turn, and it's coming down to the wire. It's Carl! It's Carl! Carl wins the Taters World Derby!
So that was a lot of fun. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get my voice back, at least not in this episode. But we've got to remember the whole point of doing that was to see how fast he was. So in this chest, we've got 11 sticks. So that's how fast Carl is 11 sticks fast. Apparently that's a common unit of measurement in Minecraft for horses. So yeah, I just don't want to trip that tripwire accidentally. So Carl, congratulations. You are the fastest horse that I own right now. you're really, really, really fast compared to everybody else that I have. We're going to have to fix that at some point. But our next project today, what are you? I don't think you belong here. Did he just go in the base? Trying to. You're lost, buddy. You're lost. You need to go home. Oh, we'll see how long he sticks around. He'll probably despawn at some point. But our next task, our next project for this episode, as we're continuing to kind of improve the look and layout of this area, is I've been wanting to for a long... Okay, let's... Here, I'll do this, just so that we can look at it from on high. If you look, we've got... That bridge looks kind of pointless the way it is right now. It's got a teeny tiny pond that... you're getting over. Like, why didn't we just go around it with the main street there? And that's because I did have plans. I had plans to modify this pond to make it more into a river coming from this lake over here that we have. I want to start incorporating this lake. That was hey buddy, that was one of the first things that I wanted to do, and I'll get rid of some of these crops when I do it. But I want to incorporate that lake into this pond, making a river. And then I think I want to have, and I'm not sure how much room we have, but I do want to have another pond right here. So lake going into river, going into pond. That's the plan. You know that I'm not really awesome at this sort of thing, so it's going to take me probably a while. I haven't played with it in creative or anything like that, really. I do want the tree, the crazy looking weird tree, to stay, just because I think it looks really, really weird. But aside from that, right through here, I think, is where we're going to have the river. And I'm going to try to terraform it as good as I can. So with that, let's get into a lot of fun. But as you know, it's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. And that's, well, let's be frank, that's where I like to live. So you can see I did a couple of more modifications after the time lapse was done. I just had a little bit more time, so figured I would tackle it. Let's see what we did. So the first thing is I bone mealed the heck out of absolutely everything, all the way down to the end over there. I just went nuts with the bone meal. And I forgot to, let's do this right here. Boom. Okay. I added a little bit more of this coarse dirt. I added some leaves. I think that worked out really well. You can see I have sugarcane around the pond, and I expanded this pond as well. As I was making the time lapse and the replay mod, I didn't really like the shape, so I fixed that a little bit. I also made this a little bit narrower underneath the bridge, so it doesn't look like there was a pond underneath here at one point. Just a little bit more of the stream, and I do like it a lot better that way. If you look over here, gee, well, I didn't get rid of all of it, but I got rid of a lot of the, what is that called? Vintage beef is killing me. Anyway, that block, I got rid of a lot of those. Obviously, not all of them. Anyway, so I also planted some more crops over there. I added more leaves all around, and I am really liking the way this is looking. Let's see how it looks from the sky. So if we come this way, and that looks almost natural like that, right? Oh, and I did open up this area right here just so it keeps going into the water. I really like how that looks too. And this area is being awesome. One day, as I was doing this, I may have gotten a little bit addicted. It would be kind of neat, I think, if the stream went off in this direction. Okay, hear me out. We've got a pond at the base of this hill right here. What if I expanded this pond and then we had a waterfall coming from one of these? I think that would look really neat. Really neat, guys. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about this new area. I think I'm falling in love with it, to be honest with you. It's really not anything that I've really done before, so I really like how it looks. And now you know what time it is.
It's a comment of the week, yeah!
It's time for my favorite part of the episode, which is the comment of the week. So the comment of the week for this week is, really cool video. Your microphone quality is awesome. This comes from Exenium. I believe that's a content creator. I'll have a link to their channel in the description. But I get this actually quite a bit, and I may have even addressed it in some previous comments. A lot of people tell me that they really like the quality of my microphone, but I've got a secret for you all, because I do know that there are a ton of content creators who watch my channel. The secret is not in the microphone. It's actually in the post-processing that I do. So I take all of my vocals at the end of each episode and I run them through Audacity. Audacity is a free kind of voice recording and editing program. And it's awesome. I used to use it for podcasting back in the day, and now I use it for my channel, for my YouTube videos. So I do all sorts of little things to modify my voice in Audacity. Just look it up in YouTube. There's a ton of tutorials out there on how to use it, and it's not that difficult. But that's all I've got for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This one was a ton of fun to do. It was a lot of hard work with the extra little segments and things like that. But I really like the direction that this channel is going. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next episode. See you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.